What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone for another daily news show. This one is about Thiago Motta must win the Scudetto. That is the talk on the street, and with the street I mean the media and the opposing fan base is talking about. We spend so much money, even though we made up money on the books with wages. Like, the financial situation of the club is in a better place despite everything. And yes, if it fails down the line, then yeah, you look back at this and you're like, what? But we need to win the Scudetto. That's the talks on the street. I'm going to tell you why it's not that case in the first season. But before we do that, as always, smash the like button. Like, hit the like button because it helps out the channel massively. And it will give me the platform to do much more than I'm already trying to do for you guys. And subscribe to the channel as well. But yeah, Thiago Motta must win the Scudetto. I will tell you why it's not a must in this season, absolutely. Yes, we spend a lot of money. We made a lot of signings. We did that when Conte came in. Not money. Again, football was in a different place back then. We are not going to sign a Vidal for 40 million euros. Like, it's very unlikely you're going to do that. Football was in a different space at that time. Right now, you can pick up a random Eredivisie player and you're paying 20 million for it. That wasn't the case back then. So you cannot really compare the finances. But we made a lot of changes when Marotta and Conte came in. When that duo started, and we won the league. But nobody at the start of the season was like, you're going to win that league. We come off a very bad period, 4 years. Last season, it was bad. 1 or 2 win out of 12. Like, that's where we're coming from. You added a new coach, 8 new players. Yes, good players as well, but it's not, you signed that. We signed basically an entire starting 11, you know. We signed a goalkeeper, we signed 2 center backs, we signed 3 midfielders, wingers. Like, we signed basically an entire new team. It needs time to gel. On top of that, you have players who were like, they were playing a certain style on their league. They were doing certain things. So you need to change those players. And while changing the players are here, you need to add new pieces in. Even when the season started, we play games and now you get the new signings in. So you need to slot in them again. International break, there's not a lot of time to slot players in. You need to kind of work it out on the go. When you look at Inter, they don't need to do anything on the go. That team is set. That's set. The starting 11 is set. They will add um, um, players. They got, like, maybe they add in Zelinski. They don't need to do much. That team is set. It's ready made. It's ready to win. They are the favorites. They're a very good team. They've shown that last season in Europe as well. They've shown it over the last 2 seasons that they are the team to beat. They're actually a very good team, and you need to look at that and be realistic. Realistic in terms of, like, we have a lot of quality, but we're not that one unit team. We are aspiring to be that, but Inter are that. They're ready made. They're there. We need to beat Inter. We need to overthrow Inter, who are sat there on that throne, rightfully so, because they earned that, and looking at us and be like, cool, you signed a lot of these players, but are you all gonna click? Like, is it all gonna work? Because it needs time. When you bring in so many players, like, there are so many options as well. Don't feel sorry for Thiago Motta, but he's gonna need to make the right decisions every single game, because he feels like a player, a coach who's gonna make a lot of subs, who's gonna pick players based on merit in training, who's gonna pick players because they did well in training, and not because they signed Douglas Luiz for 50. Looking at it, being like, okay, now I need to play Douglas Luiz. I cannot not play Douglas Luiz. I need to play Douglas Luiz because I paid 50 million for him. No matter what happens, Douglas Luiz play. He's not doing that as well. So he's gonna need to take time, and he needs time to actually figure it out. What is this? What I want to do? Like, do I want to play him? Do I want to play him? Do I want to play? What's the best formation? Is it better to play Conceição? Is it better to play Timothy Real because Conceição was not delivering? Is it Colt Miners? Is it Thuram in midfield? What about Eulers? Where am I going to play him? And Nico Gonzalez. There's so many options that he needs to find a balance in, and it needs to happen on the fly. It's not that we had all these players in preseason and they are already training weeks together. It's not that case. Colt Miners came in on basically on deadline day. So it's gonna need time. That's why I'm saying it's not a must. What is a must for me is that we improve. We improve to a level where I can personally, I don't know what you guys think, but I can sit there and be like, we're going into the right direction. We are missing that one thing at the back to actually improve or whatever, but we are going into the right direction. This is it. This is the path we need to follow. That's what I want to see. Pairing that with, don't be 20 points off Inter. Make it respectable. Make it very respectable. Like I said that for Allegri last season. Make it respectable. But improve. Improve to an extent where I'm like, okay, I can see what we're trying to do. I can see that the following season, when everything is gelled together and we didn't have that off period where we kind of lost grip with Inter, we're getting there, then I will be extremely happy. Then I will be happy in terms of I still want to win, but I will be happy in terms of like, okay, we're going into the right place. This is it. This is the way to go. So Scudetto a must? No, it's not a must for me. You know, I know rival fans are going to push that as they should, you know, because they're rival fans. I know the media will push that as they should because they're the media and they need to sell papers. But I don't think any Juve fan is sitting there saying you must right now. In season one with so many changes, I don't think anyone is saying that. Me personally, like even if Allegri stayed and he got 8 new players, I would have higher expectation because you have been here for 4 years. But still, like deep down inside, I would be like, that's a lot of changes, man. That's a lot of changes to make you work competing with a team who made no changes. We're the same team, a good team, a very good team. You know, a team is hard to beat. So I don't think it's fair towards Thiago Motta. I do think it's fair to have expectations, saying, okay, you need to improve, you need to be up there. Like you need to show us that we made that right decision, that this is the way to go, that you were the right choice, that we needed to go with you. That I definitely 100% need to see tomorrow, this season, excuse me. I need to see that. But Scudetto, I think that's a bit over the top. You know, it will be pushed by the media, it will be pushed by rival fans, but let them do. Let's just look at that team, back that team, and see the improvements and come to a conclusion where it's like, this is it, man. This is it, the guy, and this is the squad that is going to bring us back to the top and is going to win us stuff over the season, because we're not going to go back to 9 years in a row. That's just not going to happen, especially with Pepe Marotta being there. It's not going to happen. So you need to get off that hill, basically, because if you're aspiring that, then you'll in for a rude awakening. That's just not that was ridiculous. We'll never see that again, you know, in our lifetime, most likely. We just need to be up there where it's like, you win it, you compete, you win it, you compete. You know, that's the goal right now. That's the goal, and that's what Motta needs to eye. Don't lose sight on, we need to win the Scudetto. If it happens, it happens. But the mindset should be, we need to improve. We need to take a big leap this season, so we're up there and we're ready to pounce on winning the title whenever that opportunity comes. Is it the following season? You know, but I don't think it's a must for me. Like, you're a Juve, it's always a must to win. But with a must, I mean, I don't think that's the expectation right now. I don't think anyone really realistically has that expectation, because purely we change so much. I don't think it's realistic that they're all going to gel in and we're going to win it. And we're going to outmaneuver Inter, who are already ready-made and know what they need to do. I think it's very tough. I hope so. Like, I really hope so. But I think it's tough. I think it's a big ask, you know. But let me know. Maybe you guys completely disagree and say it is a must. Then I would kind of understand that as well. But I'm looking at it from a different angle. It's not putting no pressure on Juve, because there is big pressure on Thiago Motta and Juve, 100%. But the Scudetto, I don't know. Let me know. And subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. Ciao.